Yo, look what was sent to me by the good folks at Yolopark. It is their AMK Series Pro Starscream. It is basically an Action Master masterpiece Starscream. It looks so good, especially seeing the back, because we're so used to seeing all this kibble back here, right? And look at that. So beautifully clean. It has really nice weathering on this as well. Do you see these kind of like rust effects seeping into the seams? That's really nicely done. It is a good, nice, hefty mix of plastics and metals, just like their previous releases in Megatron and also Optimus Prime, and they just look great together. And when I paired Starscream with the Combaticons, I don't know, I feel like it looks just right, even though when I did it with Megatron, it seemed like they seemed a little bit big. Maybe it's because it's the whole lore thing and they're supposed to be part of the squadron, but yeah, get out of here, Megs. Yeah, I think that looks really nice. And here he is next to Optimus Prime. Again, also from the AMK Series Pro. And they look good. They look good. It's just right about the same height. Optimus is a little bit bigger. Even if we stand him straight, yeah, Optimus is still bigger. It has the same type of nice quality about it. Metallics, glossy paint, some weathering on it. And yeah, just a good ratio of plastics to metals to give it a nice, hefty, non-cheap feel. The colors are done really well. And I should have mentioned this at the start of the video, but in this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing and assembly of this guy, first reaction. But I'm filming this kind of in post so that I can give you a cliff notes. You guys know what cliff notes are? Maybe you don't. But just to kind of give you a cliff note summary of this guy, the plastics are very thick and very firm. They don't feel like they're going to break. Like I don't have to be too careful about how I'm manipulating the fingers and watch one of them snaps off. No, it feels really good. The fingers, the three on the bottom are connected. These two are independent so that he can do a pointing mechanism like I told you so. This kind of like hook thing. But no, it's done. Ugh, that looks weird. But it's done pretty well. And again, just feels nice and reinforced with metal bars going through the joints. All of these bits, they hinge and then they open up. They're on little like levers and things like that. And that's just nice to look at. Really great. This entire back piece just kind of lifts up so you can do the hi-ya forward and back. He also has a double hinge on the hip so that he can do the full hi-ya. Well, not full, but it's pretty decent. It's pretty decent. And then you can do the Van Damme. Shout out to Bobby Skullface. Who's the first one that I heard say that? He has the Tanaka-san bow to some extent. And look at this, man. That popping open to showcase some of these pistons, that's pretty cool. And how this kind of like hugs the cockpit. I mean, that's pretty cool, man. And then so you can get him into that prostrated bow over there. And these, again, a bit unsightly, but just push up and you won't see it anymore. Man, it's a really great time to be a collector, especially those of you like who are into, or not necessarily into, but who are okay with Transformers that don't transform, because I know there's a segment of the fandom who are like, oh my god, if it doesn't transform, it's not a Transformer. But hey, Action Masters exist, and those are called Transformers, right? And those are part of lore, and so I think there's a place for everyone. Not everyone has to be the same. Hey, if you don't want to transform, you don't got to transform, buddy. But it looks really nice, and I know I keep saying that, but it totally does. It comes with this stand, and we're going to assemble it. You'll see later. There's no ratchets, but they are all on knuckle joints. And there's a cool little Decepticon logo over there. And this, yeah, this looks all good. This looks all good. He has some Belushi, John Belushi and James Belushi effects that that are beautifully done in this like purple translucent plastic. They can adhere to his null rays and also act as little feet boosters. And we'll do some modeling and posing of that later on, but you can see that it fits right there. And it also fits right over here. He also has these. He can do the whole Mazinger Aphrodite thing. And if you guys know the reference, then you know the reference. But you get these and you just pop them up at the top where there's a cross. And you put them in like that. And so that's pretty neat, man. I don't think we've seen a Starscream that celebrates this, especially with Belushi effects up at the top. And you do get two of those. And so kudos to them for accentuating that. And at the same time, a little bit weird, but nonetheless, very cool. There's all sorts of great things about this, man. Seriously, I just love being a collector in this particular time, in this space, having so many different options to our avail. And so, yeah, like I mentioned in this video, we are going to assemble him. I'm going to show you the box. Well, maybe not so much the box, but really how the parts are laid out, how we get him, and it's going to be a reaction. And so, yeah, hope you stick around and watch the entire video, please. Okay, talk to you soon. All right, so fresh out the package, we see the instructions, and oh, he looks really, really nice. And on the back, you can see that they have the old school Decepticon logo, and this is before the Bayverse and stuff. Oh wow, Metroplex and everything. Very, very cool, man. This exudes G1-ness, and I absolutely love it. And you can see the constructions going on over here. The instructions on how to construct this guy. Oh, very cool. The proportions look so, so nice. Similar to their Optimus and Megatron, which I'm also going to build on camera. I'm super duper stoked and excited. Let's take a look at this big chunky torso. That looks very cool, man. I wish I could actually see in here. I wish it wasn't as frosted, but at the same time, that's pretty cool. Oh, how interesting. What is this? It looks like there's some type of like additional joint over here, but I don't know how to fish that out. And it looks like it connects via like a ball peg, so that it has a little bit of the waist wibble wobble movement. This is really clean. Like, it's obviously painted. Oh, and I was about to say, yeah, I could detect like this like light weathering. You can see it in the spaces over here in the, what do you call those, rivets or something? But yeah, I detected that. And back here, you can see more of that beautiful weathering. And that looks very, very nice. I love how it's in the seams and stuff. The Decepticon logo still look good. And that kind of like dirty rust effect, man, kudos. So this thing must be hand painted. I'm very curious to see another individual's copy to see how individualized each of these looks. But yeah, you can see the little like paint scuffs, and even if you were to actually scuff your toy, you can kind of pass it up. Do these open? Oh, they do. Nice, nice. You can pass it off as weathering and stuff, and so that's great, man. That's great. Beautifully, beautifully represented Starscream torso, and I'm digging the little like wing spires. And here's the waist bit. Oh yeah, definitely ball joint. And these actually look very similar to Megatron, and my guess is based on looking at the width of these. These are probably 5 millis. These are probably 5 millimeters, and so pretty excited to know that you can kind of like build on this. But you know what? Why don't we go ahead and snap this together? Before we do that, though, let's just kind of examine this. Great weathering throughout, man. I wish I had the skills to be able to like hand paint stuff like this. And this, I can tell there's a double hinge going on so that you can do some expressive kicks. And oh, wow, 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 I see. This is all coming apart, but I'm trying to understand how this opens up because I see a hinge here, but oh, okay, it's just really tight. Wow. Wow. Everything just kind of opening up like a flower. That's nuts, man. Wow. So you'll be able to get him into a lot of expressive poses once you're done assembling him. Well, that's cool. It's almost like Iron Man-ish. You know what I'm talking about? How like the different layers of Stark's armor opens up. That's a tight fit. That's cool. That's cool. And then we can move kind of the hips back. And you can already see him coming together. And that's very, very nice, man. Dude, assembling this is so interesting, you know, because it gives you some insight into the individual who designed this, who put this together, who thought about how this should all work out. And this looks very nice. You can see it has that weathering on here. This feels like it's metal. I think it's die cast. This here is plastic, and it also possesses that really nice weathering. The vents over there are colored well in this metallic dark gray, I guess. Now, my guess is that this is just going to slip on. Yeah. Okay. That fits on nice and tight. And there is a, oh, nice. I wonder if that's metal too. I can't tell, but it looks like the knee is a double jointed knee. So that's pretty cool. Man, just seeing the skeleton inside while doing this is, it's rather quite interesting. And then we have the foot. I guess we'll assemble that later. Or now, because I can see the foot right here. And my guess is that this must like slip over the toe or something like that. Nice. Everything just kind of snapped in. And this has the ankle tilt on there. And so, cool. Cool. Fits in very nicely and snug. Back here, it must be one of these. And that looks really cool, dude. It's like the back of the plane, the thruster. And again, just brilliant weathering. These do not appear to be 5 millis. They are hex ports, but yeah, they don't appear to be 5 millis. And this is going to plug in, and they will also plug in on the bottom with these small posts, and so just be mindful of that. But yeah, no, they slip in really well. The bottom posts seem to be more stabilizers in terms of aligning this. They're really connected via the back piece, the back tabs. And then, oh, interesting. This must be for the shin guard. This also is metallic and feels good. Feels good. I think I just slipped that on. Cool. Feels nice and raised. Very, very nice. And I think that's it for the foot, or the leg, excuse me. And then we'll just plug that in there. And the hip is fully recessed. I feel like it should go further up. There it goes. There it goes. And that looks nice. That looks nice coming together. I believe he is masterpiece scaled once he is complete. And that looks really nice. The sculpt is very cool. And yeah, just seeing him come alive in my hands is pretty rad. What goes over here? It must be these bits. Oh, okay. And they're form fitted. And yeah, that just went right in. This just went right in. I'm not gonna lie, while I'm doing this, part of me is like, can I remove these later on? Like if I want to film a short, right? But that's just me kind of breaking the fourth wall right now. So we'll make the other leg. Again, very, very cool design. And as I make the other leg, I can further think about my short strategy. So this is gonna plug in via that, and it'll get stabilized and aligned via these. And then we have the back piece over here, and that is going to plug in and sandwich against the two back posts, and then get stabilized and aligned via the two small ones on the bottom, but they're not really relying on the small ones in this one. Oh, that one was rather loud. Then we will get the shin guard. If I could just fish it out. And the tabs are not aligned in the center, so you know exactly which one. And also there's indicators on all of them. Like it says like L left, right? And so you know what you're doing. And also the sculpt is specialized. So this, obviously, even though I thought it was right there, but no, it can only fit on in a very specific way. The mold is cut very deliberately for that. And everything, like the fit is tight. But I am, again, thinking about the creation of the shorts. This is metal. That little covering for the toe, that is metal. And that is going to slip on, and that tab is going to slip into that toe bit. Or it should. Toe bit McGuire. There we go. There we go. Snapola, Crayola, Granola. And then we'll pop the foot in there. Just press that all the way through. And yeah, he still has like really deep ankle bend. That's nuts. And toe as well. I don't think he has a heel. No, he doesn't. But he does have a toe bend, and that's pretty good. Then we'll get that all up in here, my dear. Just kind of give it a twist if you're having difficulty pushing up. That's cool. That's cool. Loving the way this looks. Press these in. There you go. It's coming together, Heather. Looking great. Looking great. And then we still have that whole stand and a bunch of blueshies to attach as well. So pretty stoked. Pretty stoked. And then, oh wow. The vents, the shoulder vent things, these are made of metal. I don't know if that's the best idea. I don't know if I would have done them in metal, but they have. And the wings, oh cool, the wings move too. I don't know how deep I'm supposed to press this. Like, because I do see like a gap right there, right? And I do see a gap here, so I think it's supposed to go further, but it is it's a bit tough to get in there. It's It's a bit tough to press in all the way. I think that's as far as it's going, and I'm okay with that. Same thing on this side, but they do feel good though. Them being metal, I don't know if they had to be metal, but it does feel good. Again, just press in as far as it will go. That's looking great. The side skirts are getting kind of in the way. Let me just kind of, there you go. Same thing with this. Fish out the sides a little bit. There we go. All right, I'll deal with that later. So cool. Moving on. Everything in the tray is oriented properly. Like, I really like that, and I can truly appreciate that as someone who gets stuck in the weeds with regards to instructions and transformations. Boy, this is really tight, and I'm afraid to exert this much torque on it if I'm being completely honest. But I mean, this is a pretty solid piece. But yeah, I'm trying to get in there. Sans. Oh, okay, there we go. Because I didn't want to have any gaps, and that looks good. The blue is very vibrant. Good gloss on here, and good weathering effects. The gunmetal, the metallics. Ooh, for the elbows, that looks good. That feels good as well, actually, as you're running through the joint. And the hands feel very solid. They don't feel cheap. That one, independent finger. These are all stuck together, but the hand feels good. Feels well designed. Everything about this, it feels very, very solid. I've messed with toys, third party, first party, where you're just worried that, like, oh, am I just exerting too much force on this thing, right? And you're worried about that, but no, you don't get that with this guy, dude. That felt really good. That felt really, really good. Oh my gosh, he's coming together, dude. I'm gonna cry. And we'll complete the other arm. Yeah, dude. You know, it's such a great time to be a collector. For the longest time, when we were getting non-transforming Transformers, they're pretty weak. They're pretty weak, I'll just say it. Oh man, this is really tight again. Yeah, but right now it is the era. It is the era of non-transforming Transformers. There are so many options out there, and Yolopark being one of them. Like, if you wanted a masterpiece scale non-transforming Transformer figure, these guys might be one of the best, if not the best, in this space. Like, oh, that's nice, man. That's seriously, right? What a beautiful doll. What a beautiful doll. These are the types of dolls that I collect. And my niece, she knows what's up, dude. She collects dolls. But, these are my robot dolls. And this looks beautiful. And I can see that the face is right here. And it looks like he has a couple of face swaps. So let's take a look and see what he has. He has the general smiling / smirk. Here's the stoic, no expression. And this is the, oh no, that's the smirk. Oh, this is more of the smile. And it looks like you can just pop this off. Or not. Okay. Because I want the slightly smirky in there. Oh no, that's just a super plain one. I get it. Plain? Haha, because he's a jet? Starscream? No? Alright. Hold on, let me pop this off again. What is it? The fit and the hold is very secure. That's why I need the spudger to do it. And then you can just slide that on. And he has a nice little smirk, like, heh. Even though the default face, that was pretty good too. And then we will pop that on. And I like the little, the area that they have for the bust, for the neck. So it just doesn't look like that ball joint is hanging. Oh. And this neck bit, did it depress? Huh. Oh. Whoops. I was trying to see if this moves. Oh, that does move. Oh, nice. Nice. So you get a little bit of extra when you move that up, dude. That's great. That's great. And he has a little bit of extra when you look down as well. So clean. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, so much presence. So much presence. Such beautiful craftsmanship. Such great coloring and paint and decoration and weathering. The materials feel phenomenal. He feels heavy. He has a great degree of heft to him. And boy, yeah, I don't have much masterpiece stuff in my own collection. I mean, the stuff that you see that I review, generally those are either sold or given away and stuff. So I don't have a dedicated masterpiece line. But this right here, dude, this is a phenomenal stand-in. And you know what? I think at the beginning of the video, I'm going to splice the Combaticons in, the Magic Square Combaticons, so that you can see how they look together. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Going to do that in post. But anyway, dude, he looks really great, dude. Seriously, this is what the modern non-transforming action figures should aspire to be. Accuracy, fidelity to sculpt, incredible just posability, movement, fantastic parts. And this you can see over here is, oh, wow. Oh, snap. I did not know he had that. Oof, wow. All these extra bits hidden within these working pistons. That's fun. That's fun. Maybe that's what I was looking at earlier in that joint inside. And, oh, that's great. That's just great. Huh. What a fun toy. What a fun toy. And I'm not just saying that because this is a sponsored review. Like, I can feel the fun factor exuding from this thing. That's great. That's great. Let me take a look at the stand and the belushies that we got. Okay. Looks like it's a little bit bigger than 5 milli, but just goes in here. And this, I don't know what all these other bits are. Yeah, I don't know what those are for, but I wonder if it closes up, because I can see that there's corresponding hex ports over here, right? Like if I could lift this up and bend this in on itself or something like that, and it would make for like a more compact stand. Very interesting. I don't know. But this looks like it goes over here, but it does need an adapter. And I can see that. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Sweet. Where does that go? Does it just go down here? The Decepticon symbol? Maybe. Rad. Rad Brad. That's cool. But this though, this is pretty tough. And I don't... Oh, okay. Yeah, that's really tough. And I feel like it's going to hold the weight. There's a slight knuckle joint in there. So, okay. And then this will go up top. Oh, okay. Huh? This also is very, very tight, and this probably goes all the way in, but I don't want to exert that much force right now. Okay, fine, I will. And that's neat. That's neat. And so yeah, I guess you can hold him in his like flying positions, or have him standing in unique dynamic poses. Then we have the belushies. Whoa, dude. These are crazy wazy. And I'm trying to see, like, okay. These go right over here. And I see. You just plug into the tips. Yeah, it's a secure enough connection. And if I were to pose them up on that stand with these belushies, let's see how that'll look. One sec. Alright, that looks pretty good. The blushes on the null rays are chef's kiss, and he's supported quite well by the stand. And same goes for the blast effects for the chest. I don't think I've ever seen anyone pay that much attention to the chest missile pods. And overall, really just a great idea with regard to the play pattern. I mean, somewhat borrowed from what Hasbro's doing with their blast effects, but still, it works out great, and I think it's implemented beautifully. So final thoughts on this guy? I mean, what can I say, dude? What an absolute treat. What an absolute treat. If you are into non-transforming Transformers and you want something at masterpiece scale, you want something that feels hefty, heavy, high quality, good paint, good finish, and great sculpt, yo, this is going to be right up your alley. If you are a Starscream fan, I would highly recommend this as well. It is a beautiful, beautiful take on the Air Commander that we know and love, and I think you're going to enjoy him. I think you're going to enjoy him. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me on today's video. I will talk to y'all next time, okay? Take care, friends. Bye-bye.